All right, bust of the week. That's the guy who the experts say top 10, top at least 12, something like that, hopefully. I don't even know where some of my guys are, but, the experts are calling them, saying they're going to have a good week, and we're saying no, they're not.
Why not?
Bust.
Or
less
also,
than 10 points, right? Is that what we say?
Less than 10 points. And also, bust generally, some of you probably have to start, but lower your expectations. Temper those expectations.
Exactly.
So,
Who'd you have last week?
Last week, I had put Oakland RBs as bust of the week because at the time, we didn't know whether or not it was going to be Bush or if McFadden was going to make his triumphant return. As it happens, McFadden did not return, and Bush was not a bust.
Bush was not a bust.
He, in fact, although, and this needs to be taken into account to some extent, without his long run of 14, he ended up averaging just under 2.4 yards a carry.
Woo.
The Bears were killing him, crushing that run. But the problem is when you turn over the ball at least 3 times with Haney's picks, it puts your defense in a bad position. And in fact, Bush ended up scoring after a long pass play and then scampered in for 2 yards. So his average was awful, but they were able to have an opportunity to get that scoring, nullifying the bust notion of Michael Bush. Anyway, this week, Cedric Benson. He was actually a badass last week. And I think this time, traveling to Pittsburgh,
that's tough.
You may have to start him, but definitely temper those expectations. And therefore, you may want to try to counteract that by putting a more explosive player in whatever other position you have. Because he's not going to get you what you're used to getting from him.
Yeah.
That's it.
All right. I like that. Last week I had... Sorry, I was thinking about my picks this week. So last week I had Rob Gronkowski as my bust of the week. The Evils. Sorry, that might be something talking. The Eagles had not given up 10 points to a tight end since week 4. And I said temper expectations, of course.
Yeah.
And it looked good for about 3.5 quarters, and then he ended up badass, tied for 4th. Because he got a touchdown and a pretty long catch there, and ended up with, 12, 13 points, 14 points, something like that. Anyway, bad call. My bad. Hopefully you still played him.
Yes.
Because I didn't say bench, I said bust. All right, qualifying. All right, this week I got 4 of them for you. 4 of them. It's like bonus week for the playoffs. Right before the playoffs. Oakland running backs. I think it's going to be Michael Bush. He's ranked 9th right now on ESPN. He finished just outside the top 15, maybe even outside the top 18.
Nice.
Temper expectations. The Dolphins are good against the run. Stevie Johnson, ranked 22nd, so the experts agree with me. That's the way I like to say it. The Titans are good against wide receivers. Stevie Johnson not have a good week. Vincent Jackson, also on Emmanuel's team, ranked 16th. The Jags, second best against wide receivers, has less than 10 points this week. You heard it here first.
Wow.
And A.J. Green in Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's just tough against wide receivers. He had 1 catch the first time they played for 36 yards. There was a touchdown. He's not getting in the end zone this time. He has less than 10 points. I didn't even say he has less than 7 points.
Wow.
Busts of the week.
Of the week.